July 25th, 2024. On that day, I dropped a video called My 5 Bold Predictions for Barca this season. And on that video, if you go look at the comments, everybody's calling me crazy. Everybody's accusing me of doing drugs and smoking marijuana. Because like every genius, at first you're doubted and then you're applauded. And in that video, I made some very bold predictions about Barcelona. And a lot of them came true. And today, we're going to go through the whole PowerPoint and go through every single prediction and see how I did. I'm not going to go through the video once again. I'm not going to rewatch the video because honestly, I don't want to listen to my voice again. If you want to watch the original video, I'll leave a link to it in the description. And you can see my reasoning as to why I predicted what I predicted. And by the way, if you go listen to my reasoning, it's pretty fucking good as well. If not the 2 mile horn. I get a lot of things wrong on this channel, guys, okay? You guys know I get a lot of things wrong. If you go look at my UCL tier list video I made before the round of 16, that's one of the worst prediction videos you'll ever see in your life. Honestly, one of the worst prediction videos you will ever see in the history of YouTube. But I got a 2 mile horn when it comes to this because a lot of these predictions I got right. I dropped this video, by the way, long before the Barca season actually started. And long before we knew what the Flickinator had in store for the next 11 months. Because I knew, in that video I said it, you can go look at that video, the last prediction I made, I said this team is different. I said it before a ball was even kicked because I knew, looking at preseason, when we played Man City, when we played Milan, even after we lost to Joan Gamper to Monaco, I knew this team had something special in it. I knew the Flickinator had a secret sauce that he was going to unleash on the whole team, except the minors, because obviously that's a sexual, that joke is kind of sexual and I don't want to involve the minors in that, but on every grown adult on the team, he was going to unleash his secret sauce. And now we're going to go through the predictions and again, see what I got right because I got some things wrong here, by the way. I didn't go 5 for 5, but I did pretty well with the ones that I predicted, so with the ones that I got right. So let's go through it. My first prediction was Barcelona will finish with La Liga with 90 points or more. Obviously, I got this wrong. I can make this video now because even though the season's not officially over, we still have one more game against Athletic Club. Barca are not going to finish with over 90 points. If they beat Villarreal and then beat Athletic Club, they would have finished with 91. But again, the most Barca can finish with this season is 88. I obviously am upset that this didn't come true. It was really, really close. But, you know, I did think that this team was going to be a little bit better in the league. I think Barca did struggle at times in the league. Obviously, we saw that stretch in December and November, losing games to Real Sociedad, dropping points against Real Sociedad, Celta Vigo, Las Palmas, Atletico Madrid. You know, Getafe, we dropped points against them as well. It wasn't obviously the perfect league season, but I think we had a very good league season overall. It's hard to finish with over 90 points in La Liga because La Liga, especially this year, was actually very strong. A lot of good teams, a lot of good squads, a lot of good coaches. La Liga is just a great league, so to finish with over 90 points, it's always going to be difficult. But again, Barca nearly finished with 88. I got this one wrong. I gotta admit it. I thought it was gonna be the first time in fucking 8 seasons that we finished with over 90 points. It wasn't the case. But you know what? You win some, you lose some. Like I said, I'm not perfect, bro. Even Steph Curry has an off shooting night. Let's go to the next prediction. Lamine Yamal will have over 40 GA in all comps. Go watch that video and listen to my reasoning as to why I predicted this. Go watch my video. All right? Go watch that original video. I knew this guy was gonna finish with over 40 GA. By the way, the biggest point of contention in that video, what everybody was talking about in the comments was this prediction. Everybody was saying, this is crazy. It's not going to happen. He's too young. This guy's special, man. This guy's truly special. And I think every Barca fan knew he was special. I'm not the only Barca fan that thought this. I'm the only Barca fan that went out on a limb and said he was going to finish with over 40J. I put a number on it, on his output. But I think every Barca fan, when we saw him at the Euros, we knew coming into the season, he was going to come in just different. Because he was so amazing in that tournament. And when I saw what he did at the Euros, when I saw that performance against France, when I saw those performances in the quarterfinals, when I saw that performance in the final, I knew, bro. I knew he was going to have an amazing season. And that's why I said over 40J, because I knew he could get the assist. Now, the goals were going to be tricky, and he almost didn't get it because of goals. He wasn't really scoring goals that much, you know, like early in the season. But then, towards the latter half of the season, he's just been scoring goals for fun. His assists have been amazing. He's thrived in this flick system. He's just been so amazing. He's been generational this year, bro. He's honestly been generational, and he might win the Ballon d'Or. I didn't predict that, but I predicted he would finish with over 40 GA. I think as of right now, he has 42. So, you know, we almost didn't get it, but we got it, bro. We got it. And, you know, it's just what he's been able to do this season as a Barca fan. It's just, it's been surreal to watch this 17-year-old basically take over football and be regarded now as probably the best player in the world. You saw Rudiger even talk about it. Rudiger said the best talent in football is Lamine Yamal. That's a rival player. That's a rival player saying that. Cole Palmer came out and said it. Most like Bastoni and DiMarco were talking about how they shot their pants when they had to come up against this guy. But again, in terms of this prediction, I knew this guy had something special in him. I think everybody knew that as well. It's obviously not just me. I'm not acting like I was some fucking, I was a visionary because I saw that Lamine Yamal had talent. I think we all saw that. but I thought he was going to finish with over 40J because I knew his assists were going to be there, because I knew he was going to thrive in that system, and I saw that his playmaking was so elite. It was going to be hard for him not to get at least 15 assists. And then after that, you got to hope you get, you know, a couple goals here and there, and he got it. I mean, he did it. So obviously amazing, super happy that this one came true. This is probably the one that I'm most proud of. Actually, no, there's one other one that I'm really proud of as well that we're going to get to later in this video, but I'm pretty proud of this one, if I may say so, like, if I'm being honest. So he got it. He got over 40J. That's great. Next one. Lewandowski will be benched, hopefully for Roque, by early November. You know, the hits are great, but the misses are bad. It's like, this video, this PowerPoint, these predictions are like the album Culture by Migos. Culture by Migos, to me, is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard. Now, again, I'm not some hip-hop historian. Maybe people think my taste in music is shit. When I look at that album, there's very few skips, right? Like Slippery, Kelly Price, What the Price, Brown Paper Bag, you know, Big on Big, Bad and Bougie, an iconic song, you know what I mean? But then there's one song here and there that's really not that good. Like, what's that one? All Ass. Yeah, All Ass is kind of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, that's one that I skip. It's the same thing. It's like the same thing with this PowerPoint. The hits are like amazing, but then the misses are like, that's kind of terrible. So that's kind of the best way I can put it. Kind of use a hip hop album analogy there. This is not a good prediction at all. This is just not a good prediction at all. Lewandowski was not only not benched, he actually did pretty well. He had a really, really good season. I'm not going to say he had an amazing season because I don't think he had an amazing season, but he had a really, really good season. Almost won the Pichichi Award, was one of the top goal scorers in all of Europe. And Victor Roque, man, that's really, like, I said he was going to be benched hopefully for Roque. Victor Roque went to Betis on loan, and then he got shipped out to Brazil. So he couldn't even finish his loan spell at Betis before he got shipped out back to his home country. And yeah, one guy was about to win the Pichichi Award, the other guy was just terrible, to be completely honest with you, man. I did not think Roque was gonna get sent back to Brazil. But again, this should show you how early I made these predictions. This video was made before Roque even got signed, even went to loan to Betis. So, I mean, obviously not the best prediction. This picture of Lewandowski, not sure why I use this one. Honestly, it's in that video that I made, I think I used an analogy that kind of looked like I think Hitler. I said that he looked like. I'm not gonna go that far. I think that's kind of mean, but he definitely looks like if Johnny Sins and Hitler had a baby, that would be this picture of Lewandowski for sure. But anyway, obviously I got it wrong, like I said. Can't win them all. Let's go to the next one. This one is the one I'm most proud of. Barcelona will not lose a single El Clásico this season. Keep in mind, I made this video on July 25th, right? 2024. Coming into the season, people saw this Madrid team as one of the greatest teams of all time already. And everybody was saying Barca was going to get spanked. And I said no. We are not losing a single El Clásico this season. And Barca won 4 El Clásicos this season. They played 4 and Barca won every single one of them. It's just like, this is the type of shit that makes me smile, man. Because it's fuck me being right, okay? I'm right, I'm wrong. I make content for a living. I make predictions. I'm going to be wrong a lot of the times. I can't predict the future. But the fact that Barca actually didn't lose a single El Clásico this season makes me so happy, because I knew the narrative coming into the year was everybody thought we were worse than Madrid. Everybody thought we were worse than Madrid. And I was just not buying that bullshit. I was like, fuck no, man, we're not. We're not going to get embarrassed in the El Clásico. We're not going to lose a single one. And not only did we not lose a single one, we won all 4. And we didn't even draw one. Not even a draw in there. Oh, my God. Laporta won the Extreme Rules matchup against Fiorentino Perez. He won the Extreme Rules matchup. Okay? He did it. If it was Money in the Bank, he got up the ladder and he fucking took the briefcase. Generational from the Presi, bro. Just insane. Again, like, the context of this matters, man. Everybody was glazing Madrid, and Mbappe's gonna take over the world, and Bellingham, and this and that. And Barca have the young La Masia kids. What are they gonna do? Oh, what's Marc Casado gonna do at the Bernabeu? Remember that guy who said that in the video that I reacted to? Remember that dude from whatever the fuck that show's called? Again, no hate to them. I'm not trying to start some internet beef. Again, I think they make great content, but that one guy said that. And, you know, Casado rolled up to the Bernabeu in October and was amazing. So, you know, the La Masia kids did it. They beat the super team 4 times. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. I got this one right. This one is, if this is, like, again, to continue the Culture by Migos album analogy, this is my Kelly Price. Doofus chicken wing without the fries, bro. This is my Kelly Price. Ah, beautiful. All right, let's go to the last one. Barcelona will win a real double. That's me, by the way. Photoshopped onto Hansi Flick when he won the Sextuple. I believed in this man from the start. I knew he was different. And when I said real double, by the way, what I meant by that was they're going to win. Like, we're not going to count the Super Cup. So they're going to win the Copa Rey in La Liga, or the Copa Rey in the UCL, or the La Liga in the UCL. And of course, I wanted the double to be something with the UCL. I didn't care what it was. I wanted the UCL to be in there. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I'm still not over that loss against Inter. It's been almost 2 weeks, and I'm still not over it. I don't actually think I'll ever get over it. Honestly, to be completely honest with you guys, I'll take it dark in this video because it's been really upbeat, but I will never get over that loss. But, you know, they still managed to win a double, man. And again, nobody predicted Barca to win a double coming into the year. Nobody did. But for everybody that questions my fandom, because I got a lot of people that say I'm not a real Barca fan when I've been watching this team every single fucking game since 2007, bro. That's a fact. And you can ask anybody that knows me. And I'm not saying that to big up myself, but I care about this team a lot. I put a lot of time and effort into watching this team and supporting this team. So to everybody that questions my fandom and says, you're not a real fan, you're always doubting the team, or you're always hating on Laporta, fuck you. Watch my videos and see how much I support and back this team. Because everybody thinks sometimes I'm a Barca hater. If there's one thing I do is back this team, and I backed them from the start. Very few people have the balls to go out on a limb and predict what I predicted. I went on a limb and I predicted this, and I got ridiculed, by the way. Like I said, obviously, I don't think people, I wasn't taking it personally. I get it. You know, people were like, this guy's crazy, but you can go read the comments section of that video. You can go read the comments of that video. It's not me making this up. I'm not making up haters like Michael Jordan in my head. No, people were actually saying it. So I'm super happy that Barca proved me right, because I knew this team was good. I knew it from last season under Xavi. I knew it, bro. And if you've watched my content, you know this is true. I knew this team had potential. I knew this team just needed the right guy to come in and transform it. And yes, the growth of Lamine Yamal helped, and the growth of Rafinha helped, and all that. But again, and Xavi has a lot of responsibility in this as well, because Xavi was the one who introduced Lamine Yamal to the first team, and introduced Fermin Lopez to the first team, and introduced Paco Watson to the first team. He's the one that kind of set up the future. He kind of set the foundation for Hansi Flick to take over. But man, when Hansi Flick took over, Jesus Christ, did he go off. What a stud of a manager, and they won a real double. They won the league, and they won the Copa del Rey, and they also won the Super Cup. And you won the league basically against your biggest rivals when you beat them at Montjuic, and you won the Copa del Rey against your biggest rivals when you beat them in La Cartuja, and you won the Super Cup against your biggest rivals when you beat them in Riyadh. It wasn't like we're beating, it wasn't like some shitty league title race. No, that league title race was tight, man. And Barca were out of it, basically. People thought, I thought Barca were out of it. I fucking doubted the team. I just went on this whole thing about how I believe in the team. My emotional ass thought that Barca were out of it in January. I'm not perfect, okay? I'm not perfect. I said it, and you guys, if you guys watch my videos again, you guys are, the best part about having an audience like you guys is that you guys can hold me accountable. And when I say something that's correct, you guys can say, oh my God, you're amazing. When I say something that's wrong, you guys say, oh, you're a fucking idiot. That's amazing. Like, it's the perfect balance. And I said that I basically came in here in January after Barca, I think, lost Atletico Madrid, and I said it's over because Real Madrid were cruising at that point. But this team didn't get down on itself, and they fought and they persevered, and look at them now. They won the league with 3 games to go. Amazing, bro. They won a real double, a real actual double, not some goofy double. No, and they actually won a domestic treble. So those are my Barca predictions before the season started. I went 3-5, which is really, really good. That's really, really good. If you go out at night and you ask 5 girls for their number and 3 of them say yes, and they're all dimes, you're like, ah, shit. And then the two that say no basically laugh in your face and ridicule you. It's like, okay, yeah, that was mean, but these 3, I got their number. You know what I mean? So you're going to go home happy. Well, yes, the other 2 might have been really mean to you when you asked for the number. They might have said, oh, you're disgusting, you're a pig, get the fuck away from me, I'm going to call the police. That kind of hurts. But then, let's just say right after that, you ask another girl for her number. She's like a supermodel. He said, oh my God, you're the most beautiful person ever. I want to sleep with you right now. Yeah, you'd be like, oh, I forgot all about that girl. Oh, whatever. Like, you didn't even think about the losses, bro. You think about the wins. Just think about the wins. When you go to the casino and you play roulette and, you put it all on even and you win, but then you put it all on odd and you lose. I mean, I should have said it the other way. But then if you put it all on odd and you lose and you don't have money to play even. Anyway, my point is, remember the wins, not the losses. This is my biggest advice for you guys, okay? A 23-year-old with with not that much life experience. I don't know if I'm in a position to give advice. I'm really not, by the way. That's what I'm thinking, that I'm not in a position to give advice. But one thing that I'll tell you guys, remember the wins, not the losses. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Go watch that video if you haven't, by the way, because it's still up. I'm never going to take it down. It's the crown jewel of this channel. I will never take it down. And let me know your thoughts, what you thought about my predictions. And yeah, man, I love every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.